Nothing like getting the blood flowing in the morning by offloading a whole semi-load of chemicals. But I'm glad they're here. We bought these in December, I believe. So they're finally here. A whole semi-load we offloaded with our pallet jack and forklift. Now we got to go to the Chem Warehouse and try to organize it all. But we got a lot. I get overwhelmed looking at this thinking I got a load of sprayer with 20 gallons of that at a time. On the bright side, it's the first night that it's kind of frozen in like a week, so at least it's not muddy.
It is a little better.
Okay. Oh, you got thunder, and we got some jet skis we gotta move. Let there be light. Wrong switch. There we go. So all of this AMS also came from Chem Solutions. You can find them in the link in the description. There's also, I believe, 5% off your first order if you go there, and yeah, and then a $100 gift card to farmfocus.com to get some merch if you're a new customer. So go check them out. It's got all the details. Come on, come on, and we'll get back to work here. Kind of tight here. I really want that barn to leave, and I don't know, there's so many decisions to make. I'd like the barn to leave so that we could have maybe a loading dock here so we wouldn't have to offload stuff with a pallet jack. Just drive the forklift right in, and then that'd be pretty neat. And then you could have the truck right here and drive the stuff right in. Future plans. Oh, here's my hose reel that I never used on my Demco spray trailer. I should sell this. If anyone wants a 3-inch, 50-foot hose reel, I got one. And it's for sale. Having fun?
Well, that's a good thing it got a little cold last night, so the ground is somewhat froze, or this thing would have been stucco.
What have they done to it? There we go. Going jet skiing?
It's not quite that time.
Back a little bit. Yep, down. Well, about an hour and a half later, and we're all stacked up in here. I feel like there's more. We got so much leftover from last year because we kind of went away from 2.5 gallon jugs and went to bulk. And well, that never works out, which is fine. It's cheaper to go bulk, so then we end up with a lot of totes. Those are all, that whole side there is all just leftover from last year. Luckily, we're using the same chemistry this year, so we just brought in more, so we'll have more left over next year. But nonetheless, we pack all this in here because this is post-emerge spraying stuff, fungicide, desiccation, and then we'll put our seed in front of that because we'll only need one chemical that will get delivered in the spring for pre-emerge. So it looks overwhelming, and it is until you understand it. And yeah, just got it all organized now, so the stuff towards the back is the later season applications. So if you got any interest in some good deals on chemical, go check out Chem Solutions once again, and let's get to the shop. Nice of you to be here early.
I had other things.
Remodeling?
You know what I'm doing.
Oh,
Whoever wants to remodel, just don't even think about it, actually. Just forget about it.
I made it till 8 o'clock last night, putting doors in, and my body said, that's it, I'm done for the night.
You know how I took that grinder home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even used it once.
Oh, gosh.
Because I was moving a fridge. Didn't go too well. Then I had to move a dishwasher. That was light.
It's not the
And then it was bedtime for the kids, so I couldn't make any noise.
It's not the remodeling that's so bad. If you're starting with an empty house, it's the remodeling when living in it. Because then you got to move this to that corner, and then you got to move it from that corner to this corner, and then to that room, and out
then
to the
your
trailer
kitchen.
in the garage.
My kitchen is right in the middle of both rooms, so you got to walk through it every time.
Yeah.
Back and
it's-
forth. It don't work. It don't work. You might as well just move out for 3 months.
You think you're going to be done in 3 months?
Yeah, I think so. I only have to like April something, and the baby's here, so time is.
You can't reschedule that?
I can't reschedule the baby. Might have to just stay at the hospital for a month.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow, that should be cheap.
No, real cheap.
So we haven't officially talked about this planter. You've seen us work on it, but never really told you about it. We demoed that demo planter that was going around last spring. That was an NT. I swore I would never own another NT ever again because I just hate how they work in the mud. And as you know, we farm in mud a lot, which is what it is. So we decided to go with a DB. The one we demoed we could have bought. Actually, maybe about the same price as this because this one's used. That one was just demoed on a few hundred acres. But we chose to go with this. This is what is the term? Exact emerge speed planter. So it's like our other planter, only totally different. It's got speed belts, so it's 10 mile per hour planter. This planter also has exact rate on it. So it's like exact apply on a sprayer where it pulsates and regulates 2 rows at a time, I believe. So there should be no wasted fertilizer or very little. And what else? Air up, air down row cleaners. It is used. I am glad it's used because I don't like new equipment's beautiful and nice, but setting it up sucks. So I'm excited that it's been out. Probably a lot of the adjustments for height on these is adjusted right. Maybe the kinks are worked out of it. It's got a scale on it. We added the airbag closing system to it. It came with the spring loaded. We did not want that, so we bought the kit to convert it. 600-gallon tank on that. We got to do some plumbing that we've talked about before to get the saddle tanks rigged up for it. Other than that, I mean, it's a new-ish Deere speed planter. It's got weight distribution on it. Markers, obviously, got to have markers. Unless it's beans, then it's Brody just sends it this way, that way.
Don't matter.
Sprayer guy comes. What has he been doing?
As long as the crop's in the ground.
Well, on corn, it's a little bit more. Rows need to go straight, Brody. So when you're planting corn this spring, straight. No. Oh, I missed that spot. Let's just fill in at an angle.
That happens.
It might happen. So, being it's used, it was planting beans last. We got to switch the row units over to corn, which is actually quite simple. And waiting for some more parts to this, but overall today, it should be ready to go plant besides putting the hosing on, which we are still up in the air on how we're going to do that. So, now starts the tedious process of row by row converting this from soybeans to corn, which is pretty simple, just 24 of them to do, repetitive. I feel like we went from a Deere combine to a case combine. Like that's how unfamiliar I am with this whole setup. I know nothing about this. It's been years since we've had actual Deere units. It's always been precision, whether it's the E-set or what is the new term called? Precision V-set? E-set? Something set? the speed set? Nonetheless, learning. We gotta take this out. Gotta put a rough one in, apparently, for corn. Gotta set this little thing. This is your knockout. Needs to be in the middle setting, which you somehow adjust. This needs to be at the right tightness.
I did this one already. That's the middle setting, right? What you told us?
Yep, I think so. And then to remember what Justin told us on how to do this. This component here seems very chintzy. And like, oh, there we go. Like it could break very easily, Brody.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was careful.
So not only is this a setup process and a maintenance thing, but it's also good to learn about this. So we got Duggo here to learn since he's the planter operator. So basically, taking this apart, there's different adjustments here for a different size seed if you need or have an issue, and then just understanding the mechanical components, being a planter operator, if you have a row jam, not seeding right, or some issue like that. So we're gonna try and teach him or have him do a few units.
It's too loose.
Yep.
That's way too
See, that
loose.
needs to be tightened. This is your knockout adjustment here. And if you got smaller or bigger seed, we're gonna start in a neutral position. And then you can move it up if you're getting doubles, or move it down if you're getting skips. Most likely never will touch that.
Probably not.
All right, we're into phase 2 of the mechanical components that are on every single row. We're pulling the speed belts out because what we've seen is when you pull them out, there is a ton of crap down in there that I feel they're kind of difficult to pull out. So by the time, if you don't pull it out this year and you run it another season and for whatever reason don't have to pull one out, which hopefully we don't in season, it might get stuck in there. Or
What kind of plier could we make
yeah, that's kind of
to get this plug-in out of there? Just poke in on that little poker and screen.
So the other thing that we found, and I'll show you when we find one, what's going on, but here's what the inside of the belt looks like. So ours is a belt that has notches or paddles on it. This is all just brushes. So your seed goes in here, rides down into the trench, which is down here, and then close it up.
Should we see if this one has one in it?
Nope, we're good.
It don't.
So some of these, what we found is it's grabbed, here's a prime example. It has grabbed a corn stalk and sucked up in there, which I find very concerning for the longevity of the belt, and then also of Deborah's getting up. Deborah's getting up into
debris
stuff. Right, Brody?
Right.
Corn cobs seem to be the issue in this area.
How? Never stick your fingers into a working belt.
As long as you clean it.
Oh, I was gonna tell you, don't stick your finger in between there and there, or you are gonna be missing meat.
Well, we're not missing meat, but we were close to it. We were close.
Can we?
Well, what are you trying to accomplish with
I was
your
gonna
drill?
see if we could rotate them while in this. Just pull them. Do you think it hurts them to go backwards? You could puke out whatever.
I wouldn't do anything. Oh, here we go. I just said not to, and there we go.
You just had to go wide open for a little bit, didn't you?
They spin a lot faster than that. Trust me.
Well,
They just don't come out, especially one-handed. There we go. Dirt. Okay, pull it up. I'm gonna try to get a... Funny if a person would put the plug in on the back side.
Anything
something.
would be better than
But
this.
that's a sensor. It's a seed sensor, so I suppose it's got to be on that side. But
Nope. I gotta start playing the guitar. I need to. You've heard about that. You gotta play guitar for a few weeks and then toughen up your fingers. Ah. Oh, that's a specialty.
Look at the corn cob in there, jamming it. Yep, it's jamming. Sure enough. Jerk hard. There we go.
I can't believe there's no corn stalks in these. Oh, super.
You know what I'm thinking right now? Is doing that as the rain cloud's coming and just pure panic as you're on the other end of that half section. And here you got a corn stalk rammed up your tube.
When you just forget about it.
You're gonna send it?
Depends how close you are to the end.
Depends how close we are.
Want me to show you a trick here?
Let's see your trick. Just get aggressive with it, huh? That's your trick? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I took this one apart for nothing. It's even clean down in here.
Yeah, they could have put it on the back or side or something, or did something different here.
He just says modem and really has no comprehension of what that even does.
No, I really don't. Why can't you just come up with a wire here and plug in here? Plug in.
With a modem.
Yeah, run a wire off and plug in.
Here, I want to do this one.
No.
You do that one. You're shorter, you fit in here better. Every time I use this pry bar, Brody, it just reminds me of Chris and how much I miss him.
No, I don't. Yeah. So. Chris, are you watching?
Yeah, Chris. We're waiting for you to come help service this.
He'd love to come help too, I bet.
He would love this job.
I'm getting cleaned up, going into the meeting.
Meeting?
Yeah. Gotta find out how much I owe them.
Banker meeting. Ooh, gosh, I'm glad I'm not involved in that. I finally found one. Here's my example of how it's dragging stuff back up the belt. And that I would suggest that we do this process at the end of the season so that the belts don't sit like they've been sitting. So we took dinner break, pretty much finished our speed tube process. Decided it would be a good decision to go clean a bin out.
It didn't go so well.
That's when disaster struck. It struck us down right out of the struggle bus. So now we get to go fix.
Help.
What's
Help.
going on? Another one of them motor drives?
Yep, she twisted off with a
The
skid
shaft.
loader bucket left. Junk!
The shaft, that stubby shaft?
I don't know, it's no turny.
The tube is full all the way up. Green.
Yeah.
You know, it was really vibrating the other night.
So what's going on?
And then he sets it up perfect for us. Little Bob to the rescue. Here we go. We'll never be able to get rid of Little Bob. It's the only thing that fits in here. It is cold! Hook me up!
I'll hook you up, all right. What are we going off of?
I suppose the hook, or loop it through underneath the motor. Oh boy. Little Bob is maxed out! Back out!
Oh, what are we gonna do? That ain't good.
Where's your chain?
Up there.
Tip the bucket up.
There you go.
Going up there?
You're actually pretty spry today, Duggo.
Yeah.
There's the grunt everything I expected.
So you're gonna unbolt it here?
I was thinking here for now to see where the issue is. We pull that way, and then we can see where or what is destroyed.
This is the same
Scenario.
Guys, we have all.
Sudengay products. Actually, you know, I don't remember, did we overhaul all this? This is the old unload auger from the hog house grinder bin. The bin that we used to grind corn out of for the hogs. There's many bushels that have gone through there. Oh, thunder up! Oh, thunders.
Well, there's your problem.
Pure disappointment of the utter. Look at them nice lock nuts and the bolts. And now we've got wrecked.
Got a hole in the side if you went to that.
No, that's true.
Twisted it right off.
Come on, bolt that.
Oh, that's not as easy as just
Well, now you'll be unbolting it. Unbolting it down there and hauling this whole thing up to the shop.
Scrap?
All right, we've got it unwired.
Are we ready?
I think if you try to twist and we pull, it's unbolted. We have to pull this out, unbolt it from the bin, and then take this to the shop and rebuild lighting, or I don't know what, but we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, this is plumb full of corn, by the way, because I twisted off right at the top. Ready? Yeah! It's coming! I think you need to drive ahead. It's just gotta go. Oh, look at how much longer it is.
Take the car and tie this in.
Oh, you're hitting the leg.
Yeah, my electrical box. I'll wreck the motor if I bust that lip off the electrical connection box.
You're really in a pickle right now.
It's going! Keep going, no! Okay, it's not going. We gotta have to get the porta power then?
I don't know. Can't lift up on the bottom of the.
Try and lift
Get
it.
some of that weight off. Stick that pipe under there. Yeah.
You need to go that way.
No.
I just can't believe how it can be such a struggle. How can it come out so nice until that point? All right, we came and warmed up and to get more tools. I'm gonna try the porta power. So Dad's on the phone. Brody had to go help Randy, so it's on me now. We're gonna go see if the porta power can get this spread apart. I see it hasn't separated on its own. Seems like it's getting colder out too. Porta power for the win! Woo! If you guys don't have one of those on your farm, you need to get one. I'm serious. I can drop a link. It benefits me nothing, but I can drop a link that's easy for you to find one of those, because that you gotta have. I'll put one in the description. Every farm should have one. That just struggled for 20 minutes 30 seconds later, it's apart when we have this tool. So now what? Gotta get this to the shop somehow. All right, now it's to empty the auger out with the best way I can think of, making a mess. But it's too heavy to move around like this, so this is what I'm doing. You know, that bolt trick didn't work all that bad, and I thought there'd be more in there than there was. But she's empty. Now, to the shop, bring it to the Mn guys.
Well, we'll take it to the shop first. They got an insert in this sliding, so do you think that's the issue? Or in the pipe? See this bushing?
Yeah. To make it strong, you mean?
Right, maybe
Yeah.
that's the problem up there. We'll know more when we get up there. Let's go up there right as soon as we can, because it's cold.
That is heavy. Even empty, that is heavy. All right, so here's the update. We got it in here and ripped it apart. This piece did not want to come off of that shaft. We had to get very creative with a puller and some rebar. That's supposed to be connected there. We got to figure out if our auger isn't heavy duty enough or what, but that's going to be maybe a Monday project. So that's all tore apart. We actually had a truck blowing air lines, so that's then what we got working on. And we got our row units pretty much put back together mostly. There's a couple of them that we need new fertilizer hoses and some warranty work done to a couple of different things. But other than that, it's the end of the night or end of the day and end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe.
What are we subscribing to? Why once is good, right? Okay, it's Friday night, time to go home.
Goodbye.